I'm Romeo St.Pierre, and this is History Notes. The Korean War begins. On June 25, 1950, a conflict began that would become one of the defining battles of the Cold War. Before dawn, North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel and invaded South Korea, launching the Korean War. The roots of the conflict trace back to the end of World War II. After Japan surrendered in 1945, Korea, previously under Japanese occupation, was divided into two zones. The Soviet Union occupied the north, while the United States occupied the south. What was intended to be a temporary arrangement quickly became permanent as Cold War tensions grew. Two separate nations emerged. In the north, a communist government led by Kim Il-sung. In the south, a democratic government backed by the United States. Both governments claimed to be the legitimate authority over all of Korea. On that June morning in 1950, North Korea launched its offensive. More than 75,000 North Korean troops, supported by Soviet-built tanks and artillery, poured across the border. The South Korean military was caught off guard and quickly overwhelmed. Within just 3 days, the capital city of Seoul had fallen. The United Nations condemned the invasion, and within days, member nations voted to send military forces to defend South Korea. The United States supplied the majority of those troops, placing them under the command of General Douglas MacArthur. What many believed would be a short conflict soon escalated into a brutal back-and-forth war. United Nations forces were pushed to the southern tip of the peninsula before launching a bold counterattack at Incheon. Later, Chinese forces entered the war on behalf of North Korea, pushing the fighting back toward the center of the peninsula. For 3 long years, soldiers battled across rugged mountains, frozen hills, and fortified positions in a war marked by fierce combat and enormous sacrifice. When an armistice was finally signed on July 27, 1953, the front lines had changed very little from where the war had begun. No formal peace treaty was ever signed, meaning North and South Korea remain technically at war today. Often referred to as the Forgotten War, the Korean War claimed the lives of more than 36,000 Americans and millions of Korean civilians and soldiers. Its legacy continues to shape world affairs, serving as a lasting reminder that Cold War rivalries can ignite devastating conflicts, and that the Korean Peninsula remains one of the world's most heavily guarded flashpoints more than 7 decades later. I'm Romeo St.Pierre. Thanks for listening, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button.